Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR 25 career mode here on the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we take on Pocono as well as Echo Park Speedway from Atlanta. That's going to be an exciting one and a big opportunity for the Sam Hunt Racing team to get up front and have a chance at victory. But first, before we get that opportunity, we take on the Tricky Triangle here, where this is a track where I don't have the greatest expectations for Pocono. High speed, this car midfield team, yeah, I don't really expect to be the most competitive here in Pocono, but I'm hopeful that we can maybe, if we play our cards right, maybe we can sneak a top 10 out of this. However, of course, that's going to require making sure we get ourselves a solid qualifying effort now as we sail it off into the first and opening corner here. And you know, I'm thinking back to kind of my Truck Series season, and I feel like, you know, this is a track that we maybe could perform a little bit better than we expect. It felt like we did pretty good at Pocono in the Truck Series and kind of outperformed our equipment there. So maybe we can kind of repeat that here today in the Xfinity car, but nonetheless, off of turn 3, turn 5, turn 6, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, nonetheless, to the start-finish. P13, so right off the bat, definitely getting a better qualifying effort than I anticipated here. So there you see Connor Zilisch on pole position now, as we as well have rounding out the top 10 Ryan Sieg, as we're going to jump in and get ready to go racing Saturday afternoon. The Tricky Triangle, of course, this is not an easy racetrack. Every corner is different from the other. Turn 1, of course, a very heavy braking zone after a very long straightaway. Then you have the tunnel turn, which, I mean, there's really no other corner really like it in NASCAR. And then you, of course, have turn 3, which is its own unique animal as well. As we are ready to go racing, the green flag is out and we are underway from Pocono Raceway. 6 laps here in stage number 1 as Connor Zilisch leads the field down into turn number 1, as we'll get upwards of 160 miles per hour before we head into the corner now. And Connor Zilisch, he has been a big threat. He has been able to run up front lately, but he hasn't quite been able to get the wins. He's got 2 wins on the season, as we talked about. We're past the halfway point in the regular season, and he continues to qualify right up front, run up front, but he's just not able to quite close out these races. At the end of the day, he is a rookie. Now, of course, a big prospect that would love to go full-time next season in the Cup Series here now, as we are to the left rear of Sammy Smith. Now, as there's that Pocono issue that we saw in the Truck Series that I thought was hopefully only Truck Series issue, but no, it's here in Xfinity. We've got cars just scraping the wall here on the run down into turn number 3, so hopefully that's something they fix before long, as that actually helps me, though. We get ourselves into the top 10, as I was able to pass the 54 of Taylor Gray, now settle in behind Brandon Jones right on his back bumper here now, as we were coming towards lap 3 of stage number 1. Actually caught the outside wall, so now I'm honestly fitting in with the AI here today now, as of course usually hitting the wall puts me pretty out of place in this career mode, but not here at Pocono now, as we've got help from Sanchez and Sieg down into turn 1. Ryan Sieg up my inside here as we head into the corner now, and Zilisch continues to lead this field of wow, look at the back bumper, absolutely caved in, and I'm an idiot, and I just knocked down the wall again here, as we'll try to get back going. So the position we gained all was lost. We were back down to 13th position, but before long here with 2 to go in stage 1, back up the inside of the A tier into the tunnel turn of Sammy Smith, and he's going to kind of keep us pinned down, however, so I couldn't quite complete the pass right there. So we'll continue down the short chute here in towards turn number 3 and look to complete the pass here, hopefully through the corner. We've got Sanchez locked on my back bumper here now as we continue on through turn number 3. We'll clear the number 8 with a big shot from behind from the 48, and that shoots me nearly into the outside wall, but fortunately we do keep it off, as we have now run back down this top 10 grouping of Taylor Gray, Ryan Sieg, Brandon Jones as well, and we'll look to the left rear, get side by side with this 39 into the tunnel turn, wheel to wheel, bit of contact there with the apron, shot me up into the door just about of that 39 car, but Sieg fortunately gives us a lot of room as we side draft him, and now he's actually in the wall, so makes the pass easy. We re-enter the top 10 on the final lap here of stage 1. Connor Zilisch with a comfortable lead coming to the start finish. Zilisch will win stage 1, and we are going to be able to get a stage point out of it there. We'll get P10, so a fairly solid effort. However, I don't really feel like I got more than what I've got right now. I kind of feel like maybe at best we'd be like a 9th to 10th place car, nothing more, unless there's maybe some chaos. And look at this, we've got some split pit strategy here, so we are going, we're going to come in and get tires and feel. We can make it to the end of stage 2 on feel. We got 6 laps of feel. We got 6 laps in stage 2, but I want tires and I want to be able to not be in the way. So now we're going to be P30. Nick Sanchez stays out. A lot of drivers come in and colluding. Connor Zilish, the stage winner. Almirola, Creed, Love, Hill, Sam Mayer all around us, behind us. Of course, you've got Brandon Jones, Sammy Smith. So while it's just to name a few, as we get back underway here for stage number 2 from the 30th position. So obviously some work to be done here to get ourselves back forward now, but I am confident that we can use these 4 fresh Goodyear tires to our advantage. But right off the bat, up out of the groove into turn number 1, I went down into the corner and the car just plowed. It went straight, and that caught me completely off guard there. Contact with the 20 of Brandon Jones on his right rear. Now here comes help from Kyle Sieg to my back bumper, and that's going to get me alongside the 41 of Sam Mayer, but we're going to be 3 wide into the tunnel turn. I'm trying to back out of it, but now contact again with the 20 of Jones, and we go way wide. We save it again, but we drop down to the bottom part of the field, down to 38th position. Not very happy about that. And we're going to immediately get back to the 14 of Garrett Smithley. Now up the inside, right to the back of the 07 of Nick Lights. As we have a bit of contact on his left rear, he's actually going to lose it. He spun round off of my front bumper, and that's going to bring out a caution. And that's actually, with 5 laps to go in the stage, it's actually going to end it. So that was not pretty. Now, all the guys that didn't pit are going to pit, so we can stay out for the final stage, and I don't really know where we're going to actually end up, though. We're probably still going to be midfield. There we are, P16 for this restart. I got a little bit too aggressive there, unfortunately, and that got the 07 turned around as we'll get ready for the 3rd and final stage, which is back underway here from Pocono. And this has very quickly gone from a race that was looking promising for maybe a top 10 to now in stage 2, we were in the back causing an incident, and now we go into this 3rd and final stage. We've got 13 laps of racing, which will allow us to make it likely to the end of this race. It's going to be close on field, but we should be able to stretch it. So, yeah, not really much concerns. And once again, into turn 1, just plowing into the corner on the restart there, and Garrett Smithley is going to shut the door on myself now as we've got a push from behind there from Ryan Sieg again with 3 wide heading down the long pond straightaway towards the tunnel turn. Now we settle down to 2 wide, I think. Yes, we are 2 wide, but I left quite a bit of room right there now, and I've put myself in a vulnerable position again as we head down the short chute here towards turn 3. Cars in the wall in front of us. We're 3 wide now, stacking up in front of us here as we come through the center of the corner now as we have a run on the 14. Have to lift. Big hit from behind from Sieg. Now pushes me into Smithley. We all come together. We're crashing down the front straightaway. Caution's going to fly into the inside wall. Big impact. Damage done. And this race goes from bad to worse. That was a chain effect, accordion effect. Just everything went wrong. We've got damage. We need to pit to fix it. And I got into the back of the 14. Then I got hit from behind from Sieg, which launched me back forward into the 14, into the wall, and it just turns into chaos. And I mean, you see another shot from it here. I mean, that was just, I mean, wrong spot, wrong time. Everyone just kind of leaning on each other. And unfortunately, it's turned into a complete disaster here in Pocono. This has by far been our most damage done to ourselves race this season as a rookie here in the Xfinity Series, as that was just, yeah, it was just a mix of hard racing and it turned into a mess. So as we get back underway now, we've got less than 10 laps to go. The positives, we've got a repaired car. The negatives is we are dead last. We're 38th position, so we are going to have to really push here to make up the ground, but obviously don't want to get ourselves into any more incidents at this point now. So we've got a tire advantage as well, so that's something we are going to be able to utilize, and maybe, honestly, I think we could get a top 20 out of this still, so I'm not going to rule that out as we head off into the tunnel turn. And I just couldn't quite get the car to rotate again. I've been really struggling, even with working on freeing up this car. I've been really struggling with the entrance of the corner. It's just been really tight. The center of the corner, the exit's been fine, but the entrance really, the car just wants to go straight, and that's something I've been trying to kind of get a handle on here. We're right to the back of the 35 of Greg Van Alst. I backed out of it because I was like, I do not want to repeat what I did with the 07 earlier and wreck him. So We continue, though, very slowly moving our way forward. We've only gained 2 spots here as we come through the tunnel turn in lap 18, now to the inside of Blaine Perkins. Got cars in the wall there. That's Harrison Burton with Ryan Ellis behind him as Justin Allgaier leads this race. All the chaos, unfortunately, has gone against Connor Zillish's opportunities to win this race. Hopefully, he can still get a solid result. Maybe he can still win this thing, as I've now got help from Harrison Burton here into turn 3. We have now broken into the top 30 here as we approach lap 20. It'll be 6 laps to go at the line, so very real chance we can still get that top 20, but obviously top 20 is not enough. The sponsor goal, they want a top 15. They expect us to finish top 15, and I don't think we're delivering that here on this occasion. And without the chaos, absolutely, but of course I put myself in a bad position, and now we are facing the repercussions for it here now. And I mean, that incident we got in right there, I mean, was kind of consequences of our actions of kind of being over aggressive. Drivers are starting to cut us less brakes. Denny Hamlin talked about it on his podcast recently, and I feel like now we're starting to see some of that kind of his words now be echoed by other drivers here now as we follow the 4 of Retzlaff. I completely missed the apex into the tunnel turn, and that allows Harrison Burton to slip up my inside. So now we're 3 wide in the middle here as we head down towards turn 3. Burton's going to clear me into the corner, so I'll be able to get back down to the inside, and immediately he leaves the door open. I said, okay, I'm coming back through, bud. We'll pass him into the top 25 to the inside of Retzlaff, put us into P24. Part-time teammate there at Sam Hunt Racing, Ryan Truex, was next. We would pass him. He actually put himself on the wall, made it easier, and now coming in towards 4 laps to go, we are into 22nd, and we are, I mean, look at the fresh tire advantage we were able to use. We rolled right up to the back of Brennan Poole, give him a nice shot forward there, but we're going to be able to easily pass him as we head off into turn 1. Actually, hold on, we've got to pass the 51 first of Jeremy Clements, so we'll stay in line behind this 44. This will put us up into P21 as we stick with that 44. A lap later, though, 3 to go, roll in the middle lane, and that'll get me to the outside of Poole, and there's my teammate of Dean Thompson, and I could have split to the inside, but I decided to actually give him a bit of a shot forward. He's currently behind SVG and the number 9 there with that WeatherTech Red Bull paint scheme for Junior Motorsports as we cut down to the yellow line here through the tunnel turn. Dean Thompson just in front. We'll pull out to the left rear now, and we should be able to pass him now as he put himself on the wall. So up into P19 behind SVG, and now we have a shot to go roll around the outside of the Red Bull machine. He's been in the wall, as you can tell, and we'll pass him on the exit of turn 3 to P18. Coming to 2 to go. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised how close we're getting to the sponsor goal of the top 15, considering how everything's gone late in this race, but unfortunately just not enough time. So we're going to run down Anthony Alfredo by the time we start the final lap of this race here. Justin Allgaier has been in complete control here all final stage long, and into turn 3, I mean, Alfredo way wide, and then he actually jumps back down to the inside. A very unique line there to run in turn 1, but we get the momentum off the corner, and we'll look to the inside, and yeah, just not going to be enough for the top 15, but we should be able to get Alfredo for 17th. His car is quite damaged. I wonder, he must have been involved in the chaos that we were right in the middle of here now as we come through the tunnel turn for the final time. Close quarters. Alfredo not going to make it easy, but we have that 4 fresh tire advantage compared to him that will allow me to just overall get in front of him as we head off into turn 3. Justin Allgaier rounds the final turn down the front straightaway. He's going to win, I believe that's his 4th race of the season as we round the final turn, closing in on Jeff Burton, but to the line, it's going to be P17 here from Pocono. Overall, can't complain about a recovery drive to that extent, but I mean, we know where we should have been, and that was up inside the top 15 at the bare minimum, and it just wasn't meant to be. Zilish ends up P6, Mayer in P2 over Kvapel, Creed and Love running on the top 5, and Brandon Jones rounds out the top 10. You see the rest of the finishing order there on your screen, and now I was just like, okay, you know, it didn't quite go how we wanted to today, but just get me out of here, and we'll go and focus in on Atlanta here, as we did still make a $51,000 profit for the team, nearly $52,000, and we're not making any upgrades to the cars, so we're going to keep this level 5 and a little bit of level 7 for now, but we are going to upgrade this going forward. And we're not going to touch the Atlanta car. It's a level 6 mostly car, and then as well one level 5 component on it. But Atlanta, you don't need the best car to run competitive because of the way the draft is. We've got $85,000 currently on for the team, so we are going to be able to make some upgrades soon, but it's just not the time yet. So we're going to have a mix of a level 6 and level 5 car here for Atlanta. Chicago, we've got level 6 and level 7. That's a track. Next episode, of course, we've got 2 back back-to-back road courses of Chicago and Sonoma. We expect to be fighting for the top 5, maybe even a win at those road courses, given my road course experience here. We qualify P27 in Atlanta, so some work to be done going into the race. It's going to be a Richard Childress Racing all front row here of Austin Hill, as well as Jesse Love as usual. Allgaier, Creed, Gray there in the top 5, Harrison Burton, Amarola there in the bottom part of the top 10, but I have high hopes for this race. The first time we came here earlier in the season, it was our second start full-time in the Xfinity Series. It was a complete disaster, but here this time around, I am confident that we can have a pretty competitive run as we kick things off from P27, and I noticed that I had my mouse in the top right actually over the capture card software that I was using for this race, so you're going to see that come up at some times. Now, I did not notice that during recording, so fortunately it's up and out of the way, so we don't have to really worry about it. But now we kick things off here from Echo Park Speedway here in Atlanta. 11 laps of racing now as we head down this back straightaway. This is one of the few NASCAR tracks that I have actually kind of been to. Of course, being Canadian, I don't have the luxury of having a bunch of NASCAR tracks around me, but when I went to the 24 Hours of Daytona in January of this year with my friends Jay and Austin, of course they actually live in Georgia, and we actually drove like right into the parking lot of Atlanta Motor Speedway, but it was nighttime, so like I barely saw anything. I only saw the outside of the track, but I have technically been here. So as we head out of turn 2 down this back straightaway now, and we've got help from, I believe that was Joey Gase giving us a push here. Now we're going to jump in with our sponsor partner here, the Rita's duo right here of the 91 of Balicki and then myself as we roll through 3, and you can see similar characteristics to this car from when we raced here earlier in the season. It's a little bit on the loose side, but it wasn't uncontrollably loose like it was in the second race of the season. We've got way more control over it, but so far we have had a net loss. We're down to P29 as we come to lap 5 of 11 here in stage 1. As you guys know, we've talked about it before, as there's a lot of smoke. I thought we were about to see a big crash, but we're okay. But you guys know Atlanta, it's just 3x3x3x3. You have 4-5 laps maximum to kind of gain track position, and then it's kind of a gridlock. So you just have to kind of stay on the bottom and hope things work out. I saw some more smoke. That was catching me off guard. I thought we were about to again see another accident, but fortunately we're good. So just kind of being aware of what's going on up there in front of us, because the crash could spark at any time here now. As you can see a little bit of disorganization in front of us, and that is going to give us opportunities to gain some track position. Now crash on the outside lane here through turn 3. That was Jesse Love who goes around. Stage 1's going to come to an early end as we had just snuck into 23rd. Connor Zilish wins the opening stage. He is starting to rack up some playoff points, and Love went around. Everyone's going to stay out because we've still got 14 laps to field. We can make it to the end of stage 2, which of course is only 11 laps, and tires aren't a huge issue here. And now it's nighttime. We get ready to go racing here for the second stage. A bit of an unexpected ending there to stage number 1, but as we kick things back off, overall, I mean, we did make some gains, and that's kind of the goal here in stage 1 and 2, is I know with the way the racing is in Atlanta, we're not just going to drive to the front. It's not like real life, unfortunately, so you just have to be really, honestly patient, and this is the one super speedway, at least on a controller, where I have to feel like I have to stay on the bottom lane if I want to go forward. Now, when we jump up to the Cup Series and I'm going to be on my wheel on PC, I think I can move around a little bit, but when I'm on controller, I just don't have the confidence to move up a lane, so we kind of have to commit to the bottom. So, and hopefully not even a month's time, you know, in a few weeks, we'll be, of course, on the wheel on the PC with the Cup Series, and I think it'll be a very different kind of experience, to say the least, here now as we head off into turn 1. And you can see, look at the disorganization here in the pack now. And speaking of PC, by the way, you guys, if you're wondering about modding, we have got a mod team working on modding the game right now, so hopefully we'll have some mods by the time we get into the Cup Series, specifically with driver changes on the way, as well as paint schemes and stuff like that. Of course, the first season, I should reiterate, the first season of Cup doesn't really need to be modded. It's the second season of Cup that we're looking to mod, but there is still a few things in season 1 that I'm looking to mod, specifically driver ratings and whatnot. Now, as I've actually been put 3 wide in the middle here by Jesse Love here, as now Dean Thompson, my teammate, actually jumps from the bottom to the middle and kind of allows me to get back down to the inside. I'm going to cross over the 2 car. Now look at the damage on that 2. Of course, he was the one that crashed, brought out the caution as we are here on lap 6 of 11, and once again, haven't really gone anywhere, but it was kind of late in stage 1 when we were starting to make some gains. But here in stage 2, I mean, yeah, we've been planted in 23rd. Now crash, and it's Balicki on the outside. Caution's going to come out again. That's going to end stage 2. We gain a bunch of position before the caution flies. The 16's around. Someone's off the ground in the background, and we move up to P17 at the time of caution. Connor Zilish again controlling the pace, wins stage 2, and we have done a really good job avoiding the chaos, and that one just gained us like 6-7 positions. I said it. I know I said it. I swear that's not on purpose. We're going to make some wedge adjustments here to 50.5 on the wedge to tighten up the car, and we'll get ourselves ready for the final stage with 4 tires and fuel. Justin Allgaier loses 13 positions in the pit lane, allowing me to gain 1, putting me in the 16th spot for the 3rd and final stage. Now we can make it, I believe, to the end of this race, but we've got just under 20 laps to go, so it actually might be really close here now as we head off into turn number 1. How about Connor Zilish? Super impressive when somebody can win 2 stages at a super speedway style race. With the way things change, with the chaos we've seen 2 crashes already. This has been a way wilder race than the first race here on the season was, and by far, I mean, we've done some truck racing here as well. This has by far been the most wild Atlanta race so far, and honestly, don't be surprised if it continues to be chaotic here now, as we have had 2 big crashes already now, as I've got a big push here from Daniel Dye, and that'll allow me to clear his colleague racing teammate of Josh Williams. Therefore, I can jump down to the inside here behind Allgaier. Even with the wedge adjustments to tighten up this car, it's still pretty free, especially in the center of the corner now. So here comes Williams to my back bumper. I'm going to go to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide here on Allgaier. Didn't quite work out, so we'll stay in line behind him. A little bit of 3 wide developing there in front of us, but now, I mean, I think it's just, you know, really all about avoiding the chaos at this point now, as we see some more smoke there. Everyone's good. Zilish has officially lost the lead, though. Sammy Smith, his Junior Motorsports teammate, has taken over here now, as we would continue following Allgaier, but a chance to go 3 wide into turn 3. I'd take it here into the corner, being super aggressive, to be honest, maybe a little bit too aggressive given my history this season, but I see this as an opportunity to steal a win here for this Sam Hunt Racing team and get this team into the playoffs. Another aggressive move with the momentum here with the draft. 3 wide up the inside into turn number 1 behind Eric Almirola. We are nearly into the top 10, taking full advantage of the lack of organization in this pack, but sliding off the apron there, and that's going to stunt our momentum. But here comes the push from the 11 of Williams now. This will get me back up to Almirola here as we're up the racetrack on the exit of turn 4, but we're all good, settling in now into 13th position as we cross the stripe here, and I can confirm we should be okay to make it on field at this point now, as Sammy Smith leads the way into turn number 1. He is in control. It's 3 by 3 here in the top 10 as we exit turn 2. The intensity is picking up. It's just a matter of time, I feel like, until we see some more chaos kick off here now, as here we go with a chance. Actually, a big shot from behind from the 11 of Williams shot me sideways, and I kind of lipped there into turn 1, trying to settle the car back down and make sure I'm just, you know, under control fully, as we've got just over 10 laps to go in this race now. Almirola leaves the door open again. We go to the inside. We are taking full advantage of these guys now into turn number 3, as we get ourselves just about in the top 10 now, as we continue through the center of the corner. Williams just behind, and as we continue to run this bottom lane, we hover around 11th, 12th position now, as Williams into my left rear. We save it there. I kind of shut the door on him. Big save into turn number 3 as we're to the inside of the 20 of Brandon Jones. This race is insane. Taylor Gray's now out in front. We're all leaning on each other as we exit turn 4 down the front straightaway. Around goes Jones. We're in it. Contact on the left front. Caution is out. Damage done, but it's only 3% damage to the aero. A second of repairs. We're not pitting. We're staying out, and we're gonna try and hang on and get through the rest of this race. Here we go then for what could be the final restart, and Taylor Gray's out in front. We finally kind of got involved in a bit of the chaos, but we got away pretty lucky here, as we've got damage on the left front, we've got damage on the left rear, but we have a dream to continue on and go forward and try to win this race with 6 laps to go. Not in a good position to, of course, win, but hey, you never know what's going to happen. A lot of laps still to kind of allow things to develop in this race, and we're still going to have enough time for this to turn into that 3x3x3 chaos that's coming. So there's Brandon Jones up the inside. Actually, we're clear to the inside if we want to jump down here. So as we head down into turn number 3, we're going to take the position and now settle into that 13th spot. Now Gray over a hill up in front here as we exit turn 4 down the front straightaway. And as you see now, someone's already hung out 3 wide to the outside. That's Sammy Smith in the number 8. 5 to go. A shot from behind from Burton allows me to get up the inside of Jones and, of course, his cousin of Harrison Burton. Back into the top 10 to go. No real organization in the 2nd or 3rd lanes right now in front of us, and that's perfect. That's what we want to see to, of course, help us on the inside here. So the less organization, the better as we head off into turn number 3 behind this 39 Ryan Sieg Ford Mustang now, and just hoping that things are going to work out here, but of course it's no guarantee here as we get a big shot again from behind from Burton here, and we're going to be right to the back to the 39, but the 3 wide, we can't go anywhere. We have to stay in line behind him here into turn number 1 though. Back up into P9. Zilish, who's won the first 2 stages, continues to kind of dwindle down the order here, so now he's got himself not really in the conversation when he just forced it 3 wide in the middle there briefly now as we come to 2 laps to go. Big shot from behind from Burton. It shoots us out of line. We're to the inside of the 39 of Sieg. Contact into turn 1, he's sliding. We make contact, we slide, we save it, but now around goes the 39. Big crash in the background. Sammy Smith through the air, dead. Caution is gonna fly. Unbelievable chaos there, and that's I got a bad shot from the 27. Shoots me out of line. We're all out of control, and we make contact with Sieg, and it just goes completely wrong into turn number 1, and the chaos that we have seen all race long continues into what's going to be a 2-lap overtime dash with Taylor Gray in control. William Sawalich, who won this race earlier in the season, we still stay out. Fortunately, we didn't really damage the car, but I mean, my goodness, what a crazy race. And all of a sudden, into NASCAR overtime, we restart here in the 5th position. Honestly, I don't think NASCAR is going to be impressed with the chaos that has been in this race. Not only, you know, it's not really been just myself, it's been everybody. So, I mean, it's just been a bit of an embarrassment here as we head down this backstretch. So, not been pretty into turn number 3, but, I mean, we just got to, you know, do what we got to do, try to win this race. Obviously, we're not really in position to win at this point now as we exit turn 4. A lot of damaged vehicles in the conversation, but we make it back around to the final lap here now, and I am not going to let up here. 3 wide to the inside now of Jeb Burton into turn number 1. Taylor Gray's in control. If we can maybe get to the inside of the 21, never say never as we exit turn 2 now down this back straightaway for the final time here on the final lap from Echo Park now as we've got help from behind, trying to look to the inside of the 21. Can't quite make it happen into turn number 3, so it's all Taylor Gray, or is it going to be Hill? Is it going to be Jeb Burton with momentum off of turn 4 to the line? It's not going to happen. Taylor Gray hangs on for victory in Atlanta in the wildest race of the career mode so far, and we end up in P4. What a race. What a race there, as it's Hill, Burton, myself, Jones the top 5. Zilish still ends up in the top 10. Where's Sammy Smith? I mean, he literally died. I might have already passed his name. Oh no, there he is at the very bottom of the grid there in dead last. We made $83,000 profit out of that chaos, and honestly, the car doesn't have much damage done to it, but wow, that was insane. I am honestly ready to get to next episode where we have a pair of road courses. So we're gonna go to Chicago and Sonoma. The point situation, we're actually over 100 points out of the playoffs because Taylor Gray was right on the bubble while he won, so that makes it harder for us to make the playoffs. So, didn't really want to see him win. So, we've got to win, and we have a real chance to win next episode. Chicago, Sonoma, 2 road courses. We're going to bring some more upgrades to the Sonoma car, so I haven't really messed with it very much, but we as well have a really good car for Chicago. We can very well become an Xfinity winner next episode. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode, where as well I heard NASCAR has gotten an announcement potentially on the way in the next couple of episodes, so stay tuned there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.